And the truth is, people worship beauty. That's why they say beauty is power. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So in today's video we are going to talk about how to be more feminine. So if this is a topic that interests you, keep on watching. The first thing that I have to say is that you have to stop being afraid of your own beauty. You have to stop being afraid to be seen. I think these two are actually related because people are afraid of their own power, people are afraid of their own beauty, people are afraid to be perceived as too much, and that is a big no-no. With this being said, like, there's nothing wrong with being beautiful, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be more beautiful, wanting to improve yourself, you know, wanting to look better. The truth is, everybody wants to be beautiful, okay? People worship beauty. That's why they say beauty is power. Okay. Also, please have in mind that beauty, it's in the eye of the beholder. So this means that you are not going to be everybody's type, and that's more than okay. So the goal here is not to be everybody's type, is not to be perceived as beautiful by everyone. You have to find yourself attractive, you have to find yourself beautiful. That's the main thing, and you cannot be afraid of it. And to me, this means that you have to stop being afraid to express yourself, okay? Being beautiful means that you express yourself in a way that is true to you. The goal is not to people pleasing, okay? Never. That is not feminine at all. People think that if you are beautiful, you are not going to be taken seriously. And trust and believe, I've felt that. But who cares, you know, you are not for everyone. So people, to get to know you, they have to approach you. It's a privilege to be your friends. So don't be afraid to be perceived in a certain type of way if you start dressing in a more feminine way. People think that you are more serious or more intelligent if you dress like in a basic way, like jeans and a shirt, whatever. Listen, you're not going to please everyone, so don't be afraid to be yourself. Express yourself, wear what you want, and the right people, they will come to you. Trust and believe. And when they get to know you, they will be like, oh, okay, so this girl, she actually is beautiful and she has brains. Yes, the whole motherfucking package. The whole package. Your makeup, if you're into makeup, of course, learn to do your makeup in a way that enhances your beauty and not in a way that changes your face, okay? So the goal here is to complement your beauty, not to change your beauty, because you're already beautiful, okay? So all you need is to complement it. Also, learn your body type and dress for your body type. Listen, you are a unique person, so this means that not every style is going to suit your body. Get to know your body, understand which like jeans work the best for your body, understand like the cleavage, for example. I do love like a V cleavage, you know, but I know that it's not the best on me. It doesn't look bad, but it's not the best. Like the best for me is, for example, like cleavage like this, you know, like the boat cleavage or the strapless cleavage. That looks great on me and on my body type. This doesn't mean that you cannot wear like other cleavages or styles or whatever it is, but when you dress for your body type, you become more beautiful because it fits well, it flows in a different way. So get to know yourself and start using the things that complement you. Also about skincare is the same thing, like get to know your skin type and understand which products are going to be the most beneficial for you and for the results that you want, and stick to them. Be consistent. You don't have to wear everything that everyone is using because you are not everyone. Just because a certain product is trending doesn't mean that it's going to work well on you. Once you understand what works for you, pamper yourself. Take care of yourself. There is nothing more beautiful than someone who takes care of themselves, especially like I do like men who take care of themselves, of course. But I don't know, I love to see women taking care of themselves, like the hair, the makeup, the body, all the products. I'm like, yeah, I just love. This one is just like an opinion of mine. Like, I mean, everything is my opinion, but this one is like opinion, you know. So if you're a black woman, wear your natural hair out once in a while, like just once in a while. I know that today I have like a ponytail, but it's because it's raining. Like, can you hear the rain? Yeah, but I do love to wear my natural hair out. I feel so feminine with my natural hair out because, I don't know, it complements me. It's like that natural beauty, you understand that? Both men and women love like the natural aspect, the hair, the makeup, the nails. I would say like get to know your hair, treat your hair, take care of your hair, and wear it out once in a while, because you will look in the mirror and you'll be like, yeah, this is me, this is my hair, I'm taking care of it. I don't know, it's just a different vibe. I do understand the people that choose not to wear their natural hair out because it's difficult, and a lot of Black women, they still have to learn to love their natural hair out because of what society says. Like, people think that, for example, kinky hair, like for A, for B, for C hair is not beautiful and it's not feminine. That's a lie. That's a lie, okay? It's more than beautiful, it's very beautiful, and it's very powerful, okay? And powerful things are attractive and are beautiful, so you just have to own it, okay? So just understand what is the best for you and wear it out once in a while. So now about mental traits. Learn to manage your emotions, your reactions, and your attitude. Listen, this is very, very, very important for how you are going to be perceived as a person, as a woman. This doesn't mean that you cannot have bad reaction. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to people pleasing. You know, sometimes you can play the karma, okay? But the way you respond to people is very important. Like in a discussion, the difference is like shouting or not. This is just better communication, and I know that this is also for men, but I'm just speaking to women right now, so let's focus on the women, okay? Learn to discuss in a healthy way, in an assertive, directive, and healthy way. I know that nowadays we see a lot of posts like how to discuss, how to speak in a feminine way. I think that this gives the wrong idea, because when I see those posts, the idea that it gives me is like, oh, feminine women, they always speak very slow and very low, and almost like you cannot hear them. Girl, no, like speak in a normal tone, okay? You don't have to play. Do you know that image of like the feminine person, like always very fragile and very I don't think that for you to be a feminine woman you have to be like very delicate. For example, I know that I'm a delicate person, I do know, but when I speak, I'm learning to be assertive and direct, and sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's difficult, but I'm learning to be assertive and direct in a healthy way. Like for example, in movies, we see a lot of women shouting when they are in the middle of an argument, and we think, as women, for us to be able to deliver the message, we have to, you know, shout and scream and yada yada yada, you know, like I don't know, we see always the women like very you know, very heated, and sometimes we think that's a feminine way of being, but it's not feminine, it's just toxic. You don't have to scream and shout in an argument. If it happens like once in a while, I do understand, because we are humans and we have bad emotions and reactions, but if it's always like this, then it's not healthy at all, like at all. Also, don't gatekeep your emotions, okay? Don't keep your emotions to yourself, even the bad ones, okay? Being feminine doesn't mean that you only need to have like good emotions, because feminine is perceived as very good and peaceful and quiet and yada yada yada, you know, like that's no. I used to do, sometimes I do this even, okay, which is gatekeep my emotions, because now I'm learning to react in a different way. So in order for me to not argue, I immediately be like, okay, I'm good, I'm fine. But then what happens is that I'm gatekeeping my bad emotions, because I'm not saying like out loud in the way that I really want to and sooner or later, trust and believe that they will come out, because they have to come out. If they don't come out like right now, even if it's like years later, they will come out, because they have to, you know. It's just like, it's nature, okay? It's nature. The longer you keep them for yourself, the worse it's going to get, especially when they explode, okay? When you have good things to say, tell them. when you have bad things to say, you should also tell them, but it's not in a way to argue or to make someone feel bad about themselves. Sometimes this is hard. Sometimes we're like, you know what? Being feminine doesn't mean that you have to be quiet in order to keep the peace. No, you have to speak yourself. You have to make yourself heard. You have to voice yourself. You have to speak. You have to let yourself known. Being feminine doesn't mean to be discreet. Doesn't mean to be quiet. Doesn't mean to be kept. It doesn't mean that you have to be like, oh, no. Express yourself, girl. Also, like, be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with your needs, with your wants. And being vulnerable doesn't mean that you have to tell your problems and your wishes and your life to everyone, okay? Because people think that being vulnerable is speaking about all your life and all your problems to everyone because you are being vulnerable. Like, no, being vulnerable means like you know what to say and to whom at the right time. For example, in a relationship, you have to be vulnerable about your needs, about your wants, about your desires, about your issues, about your problems in the past that can compromise your relationship. That's being vulnerable in a healthy way, okay? I know you hear this like a lot, especially with talking about feminine energy, but it's true, okay? It's real. That it's learn to receive. Listen, girl, just learn to receive, okay? Feminine energy is receptive, right? So you have to learn to receive. And it's not only like material things, you know. Learning to receive can mean gifts, compliments, and help, okay? I know you are independent, okay? I know you are independent, as you should. But if you need help and there's someone that wants to help you, whether it's a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, okay? Just receive the help. It doesn't make you any less of a person, like it doesn't take your worth away or your ability to do things. You will feel much more lighter. It's going to be much more easier your life, okay? Also, compliments, like receive them in a graceful way. When I was in high school, I didn't know how to receive compliments because I have this thing which is like people, they compliment me a lot, and back in the day, I didn't know how to receive the compliments. I was just like, oh, thank you. Like, I was like so shy, like, thank you. Like, I know, you know, especially if I heard a lot of compliments at the same time, I would feel just like, ooh, stop it. But I'm joking. I would feel just like I didn't deserve all those compliments, you know, and I do deserve them, you know, just say, thank you so much, thank you so much. Your compliment makes me very happy, thank you. Like, you know, if someone is complimenting you, it's because you deserve it, period, okay? What else? Ooh, gifts. Learn how to receive gifts. I remember when I was like starting to date in a more serious way, I was with this guy, we went to the shopping center and we went to a store and I grabbed a bag. And I was like, oh, this is cute, right? And he was like, oh, do you like it? And I was like, yes. And he was like, okay, I'll buy it for you. And I was like, what? No, you won't. I'm like, no, you won't. And he was like, oh, but the bag is cute. You like the bag, and the bag actually looks good on you, so I'll buy it. And I was like, are you crazy? No. And he was like, oh, okay, if you don't want, you don't want it. And the thing is, I used to refuse like gifts from like people because I thought that if I accepted the gifts, especially from men, they would think that I was, you know, they would perceive me in a way like, oh, she likes to receive gifts, she's very self-interested, you know, like all she wants from you is like gifts and money and whatever, like the material things. So because I didn't want people to perceive me this way, I was like, no, you know what, like no, I can buy it for myself, you know, like no. But listen, what I understood, not what I understood, but what I learned from men, and it's also by reading and watching podcasts and TED Talks and observing, especially by observing and remembering things, is that a man that is in his healthy masculine energy, he likes to give. I know that this sounds very stereotypical, but the man that is in his healthy masculine energy, he likes to give, he likes to provide. Like men, they just like to give. Men, they have this thing. They want to make the girl they like happy. If they like you, if they really like you, they want to make you happy, they want to buy you things, they want to see you smile, they want to make you feel like light and happy, you know. Men have different ways of giving than women. So men like to give, they like to provide. It motivates their masculine hormones that I'm forgetting the names in English. So yeah. But it's true, it's a real thing, you know, that if you had a present father, you can remember like the times where your father was very happy when he gave you gifts, and you can also see when he wasn't able to give you the things, also because he's your father. So the parents, they want to be able to provide everything for their children, whether it's the mother or the father. But I don't know, men, they have this need. They just like to give. They like to give gifts, and you have to be able to receive it, okay? You will be happy, they will be happy, everyone will be happy. I don't want to sound like, oh, men are like this and women are like this, but there are some patterns that I see that are true. There's nothing wrong with receiving. Just because you have a lot of feminine energy doesn't mean that you cannot give. You should give. It has to be mutual. Don't think that men give and women only receive and that's the way it goes. Like, no, everyone has to give. There is just different ways and forms to give, and it has to be mutual. I wouldn't say 50-50, but it's like mutual. Oh, speaking about 50-50, I do have this question that I see a lot on the internet, and I do want to know your opinion. Do you think, like, for example, let's say you are married, and you and your husband, you go on a date like every week. By the end of the week, you and your husband, you go on a date every week. Do you think that the husband should always pay for the date? Like, always? I'm just asking because I'm very curious what you think about this. So comment down below. Yes. Another thing that I want to say about being feminine is that being feminine is an energy, okay? So this means that you don't have to wear high heels and wear pink to be considered feminine or to be feminine. It's not like that stereotypical personality that someone created, okay? Even though I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I have that. For example, I always was very feminine. Always. But I didn't wear pink. I was extremely feminine, but I only wore black, browns, beige, whites. I still do. Those are my colors, as you can tell. But now I wear a lot of pink. Back in the day I was like, no, pink, like no. Pink is like for the soft girlies, and I love being soft now. Oof, girl. But you don't have to wear pink to be feminine. But let me tell you, looking the part helps to improve the energy. You know, like, I don't know, it's a thing. At least with me, when I wear pink, I feel very, you know, I don't know, it just helps. I know that not everyone is going to agree with me, and that's okay. You don't have to take anything that I say as true. It's just my opinion, it's just what I see, it's what I feel, so yeah. But looking the part helps a lot, okay? It's like that saying, when you look good, you feel good. And when you look feminine, you will feel more feminine. And I know that people like to discard the physical aspects. You cannot have one without the other. Also, I would say that if you want to increase your feminine energy, you have to surround yourself with feminine people. It's like you should only receive advice from people that have what you want. You will see how you will start to change. I can say that this is true because I have a friend that she wanted to learn more about makeup and blah 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 blah, so I give her tips here and there. I also say, girl, if you want to learn, you have to go on YouTube, okay? You have to do your part, right? Because she interacts with two very feminine women, which is me and my other friend. This friend, she's starting to become more feminine, you know, like it's the energy, it's contagious, you know. So last but not least, like there is nothing more feminine than being yourself. I said what I said, okay? So be yourself. Feminine energy is being able to be yourself, is being able to express yourself, is being light, fun, playful. You are a lot of things, so don't think that you have to be one thing only. We are always changing, and that's good. Don't let no one tell you, oh, you're being fake, like no, you're always changing, you know. So that's a beautiful aspect of life, is that we are always in constant changing. So yeah, again, don't forget that for you to increase your feminine energy, you have to get to know yourself, what works best for you. Surround yourself with people with the same mentality. Be yourself, be fun, be playful, be intelligent, be beautiful, be sexy, be powerful, okay? And just live your best life. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really love talking about topics like this, okay? So yeah. If there's any topic that you want me to talk about so we can, you know, interact with each other, please comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.